recently graduated. So I'm going to shift focus with him now a bit, and I'm going to ask you about your youth ambassadorship. How does one become a youth ambassador?
To become a youth ambassador, every 3 years, well, the 3 years would have ended before I came along, every 3 years, the Department of Youth Affairs puts out an application for young people who are involved in youth activities, youth advocacy to apply. You get a form and you apply, the general information, name, gender, etc., and then more specific things as in education, the type of youth work you do, the type of youth groups you're a part of. After that, then you go before a committee of DYA staff, which in
Department of Youth Affairs.
I'm accustomed to it, I would say DYA.
Right.
And then there's an interview process where what you put on paper, they check to verify with you that this is what it is. So what you put on paper is the gospel truth.
Okay.
And then after that, they select a group of 10 young people. I am one of 10. The other 9 would be Awala Piper, Gishan Powell, Makeda Antonio, V.A. Aaron, Navarra Fitcow.
Via is still a youth ambassador?
Yes, V.A. is a youth ambassador. Rion King, Sophia Charlson, Barbie, Julian Kentish, and Kizzy Thomas. In total, it's 10 of us.
All right. And what do you do?
Our role as youth ambassadors, we advocate for young people at the level where policies are made. So each of us are given focus areas or ministries that we will target. So like, for instance, me, I'm given education responsibility, education, science and technology.
Fix A levels.
So on this matter now where you have, because I remember the students loitering in the city has become a real problem for the government because they're trying to figure out why y'all not going home. Now, for me, for example, I would then do some sort of investigation and present some sort of statistical data to the Minister of Youth Affairs so that she can present it to Cabinet to say, it's a she.
Minister
Samantha Marshall.
Oh, sorry, he said social transformation.
Yeah, so then she would present it to Cabinet to say, this is how the youth ambassadors stand in this issue.
Oh, yes, because you work through your Department of Youth Affairs.
Why young people are liming in town, these are the possible things that you can
So have you begun to look at it?
Yes, we are actually.
And what have you been?
We're going to go into the schools this week to do some surveys. So we have statistical data. And on Friday, we are planning to have actual face-to-face contact with the students. We're going to literally go into the city and just walk up to some of them. Let's have a conversation. What are some of the reasons why you're loitering?
But if you walk up to me, why would I want to respond to you? I'm just curious.
What I find from being a teenager, what I find is very important, which a lot of adults get wrong. I'm going to just put this out there.
One second. Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, in my interaction with Kamalie, he's very passionate. So if you hear the passion, that's just how he is. Carry on.
Your approach. A lot of adults tend to do this thing. I pick nigga. When you can come down to somebody's level and be like, good afternoon, I am John Doe, I'm a youth ambassador, and we are trying to figure out where exactly you guys, are loitering in town. I'm a teenager, I know, the linemen and so on. Let's just have a conversation. I just want to get some feedback from you. Simple.
Curious. You ever loitered in town?
No.
Never?
No.
Ever?
No. I used to catch school buses. Situation, I leave grammar school, go to bus station, reach All Saints by 2:30. Okay,
you have friends? Have you been friends with people who used to hang out in town? Let me change the word from lighter.
Yes.
And why would they hang out in town?
What you find are common issues because I've done the face-to-face contact conversation already at public library and other places. The first issue is a lot of people have after classes.
Okay.
My after classes start at 3, so and school finishes at 1:30, which means I have an hour and a half
to chill
with nothing to do.
To chill.
So my first thing is to walk around the city and with my friends, everybody go online, if you want to go on the boardwalk, buy some ice cream. The second reason, a lot of people, especially the people that go to schools in the city, their parents work in the city, especially in banking. And it's a situation where some business places have a policy where you can't bring your children
to work.
So mommy finishes at 5, school finishes at 1:30. So I have to go to the office, drop off my bag, and then find something to do for the next 3-4 hours, which would automatically be lime in town. So when mommy is finished, we go home together. The third issue is Antigua has a very large expatriate population, right? Which means it might seem derogatory to some people, but the common word is foreigners, right? But expatriates. And it's a situation where they themselves, again, they work. And then in some cultures, if I'm not home, you can't be in my house. So while I'm at work, I'm not going to allow you to go home.
Okay.
And the fourth and final reason, to keep it very short, is that a lot of teenagers, because they are teenagers, they're now given responsibilities. When school done, go pay my bill. When school done, go buy food and bring home.
Pick up
When
your little
school
sister
done,
and your
go
brother.
pick up your little sister, or wait for your little sister and your little brother to go to school so you can take them to class, and you go to class and you have a billion other things to do.
But hold on. So then, just those few reasons that you gave, I don't see a negative issue.
It's not a negative issue. The problem is perception. Because again, back to the adults, they see many young people in town. I think the issue isn't stemming that they're linemen in town. The issue is that they have on their uniform. I think that is where the problem is coming from. They see the young people in the uniform, they're picking their uniform and then now go home.
That worries me, you know.
And then it creates an issue, because when the adults make a fuss over it, then the policy makers get worried.
So here's what I'm going to do, Kamalie. I'm giving you a challenge now that when you finish because this is your initial assessment of the situation.
Yes.
Right. But you're now going to do a formal survey and go out
Into the
schools and
communities,
focus
etc.
groups and so on to get a handle on it and make some recommendations. I would love for you to come back and share with my audience, share with us some of these findings to see if they actually collaborate. It's like you're doing a hypothesis testing. This is my hypothesis. I'm going out now to do and see right.
If it's disproved.
And because I won't share my thoughts on that, but okay, we have just about 3 minutes left in this segment. And again, let me thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've been speaking to Youth Ambassador Kamalie Mannix, who graciously agreed to fill in my first half hour because my original guest, I'm still looking for him. I'm going to deal with him when we come off the air. But yes. So if he, as Youth Ambassador for Education, Science and Technology, which is a very wide area, just give us an idea of 2 areas within your portfolio that you would like to influence policy.
First is subjects and subject options.
What about them?
Because a lot of schools, sometimes it's due to lack of adequate staffing of the schools. When you do your subject options, you have to do this, that. So then the subject that you really want to do, it clashes with something else that you have to do because of your career path, even though you like the subject, so you're not able to do it.
So what do you propose?
So actually allowing the students to, of course, the common English, maths, maybe a science, a social science, whatever has to be done, but allow the students to actually roam.
But you just said you accept that resources could be an issue.
And explore. I granted that resources might be thin, but you make the opportunity for resources to be available. Putting that out to the policymakers.
Right.
Or if it is that you can rearrange how the subjects are structured, or rearrange a timetable so that if I want to do home ec and integrated science, I have the ability to do.
Okay.
The second part that I would really want to see a change in policy is like introducing more vocational subjects, because granted, we live in a society where everybody has a different talent. Everybody might not be blessed in the ability to read and give a rousing speech or write a 500-page essay and to be the Obama of writing and all of that. I might be talented in building a table, building a chair, fixing a car, fixing a boat. So what I would like to see integrated into the school system, yes, the academic is important, but you must give importance to the vocational.
Okay. All right. I think you've given us a lot to think about. And again, I want to thank you very much for agreeing on very short notice to fill in. I know you're going to stick around because you and I have some other business to fix when we're done. Yeah. Don't eat our farmer plums. So again, I want to thank you, Youth Ambassador Kamalie Mannix, for joining me on We Are the Ones today. And I wish you all the best, and I look forward to the assessment of that study that you have indicated that you'll be doing about why our young people are loitering.